Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I bring you extraordinary news. We're getting new endgame content already in 1.1 patch. So when devs were talking about this game being more focused on combat, they were not joking. We are already getting endgame content in form of new shield defense and also new difficulties of Hollow Zero, which is very nice. I'll also go over dev notes, which they have made it recently. It's similar to Star Rail in style, so you might be familiar with it. Here it's called Redo Renovation Talk. There's some interesting points I would like to go over it from this dev talk. There are some nice optimizations that are also coming to the game, and even officially they tell us about the challenging combat missions and game modes that will be continuously updated, but we actually know more in detail what those things will be in 1.1, so I'll also go over that afterwards. But let's begin with optimizations first. These are the optimizations that are expected to be implemented in version 1.1. The first point, it talks about the narrative experience, specifically in stories. The problem right now with the story missions is that you go from TV screen to combat, TV screen combat. It does break the pacing and immersion. This time around, from 1.1 onwards, they just want to make it that you advance through the story from the perspective of the mission's protagonist. So let's say if we're gonna have Jane Doe's story, we will go through her perspective, move around the stage and explore the story. Basically, no TV screens from my understanding of this post, which is very nice, very good. This is something they did say they want to move away from over time and just focus on stages and stuff like that, which is very good. There are also some amazing quality of life changes for combat. As you can see in the second point, a button for manual chain attack mode will be added. Before entering combat, you'll be able to enable it, so whenever you stun an enemy, your actions will not trigger other agent chain attacks, so you will decide manually whether you want to commit with the chain attack or not, which is a very nice feature. And also one that was highly requested as well, will be able to cancel chain attack combo, so you're not forced to wait those 2 seconds basically, because sometimes you don't want to do the entire chain attack combo because some of the teammates might not be doing that much damage and you're wasting time in sheer defense, so like having to wait out those 2 seconds really sucked. Now we can just cancel it right away. It's an amazing change. Very, very nice that they're already like implementing quality of life features for combat systems that we actually requested for and wanted. And now off to the third point. In terms of combat, they will add new challenging combat missions and game modes that will continuously be updated. These missions specifically are the following that we already know of. New shield defense. It's gonna be called Conflict Node. It will have 8 lines of defense, basically 8 levels, and it will give you 10 pulls. This is very similar to the endgame content expansion we got in Honkai Star Rail. These are also permanent floors that you get additionally besides the original floors, but do know that in Honkai Star Rail we only got these floors in 1.2 patch and not already in 1.1 patch. They're definitely pushing this content much faster than what they did in Star Rail. I haven't finished even my current shield defense, let alone get S ranks on these floors, but hey, it's cool. Those floors are permanent, we get more things to do, but nevertheless it's pretty cool because those floors are permanent, so we can take our time to do them. Another nice goal to have at clearing more of this endgame content. If they keep up with this pace, it's gonna be very nice. Besides shield defense, we're also getting 3 new difficulties. It seems to be from Hollow Zero: Nightmare, Desperate, and Corrosion difficulty. So as you can see, this is probably going to be the new area expansion that's going to be already available in 1.1 patch alongside shield defense new 8 floors. It's still very nice. I do understand not everybody likes the Hollow Zero, but nevertheless they are giving us more things to do, which is always nice, especially very early on, because for example in Honkai Star Rail, to get an expansion to the Simulate universe, we had to wait until 1.3 patch with Swarm Disaster. In this game, this space for combat updates, for endgame content that is, seems to be much more accelerated, which is very nice as long as these new additions are permanent, so you're not gonna miss out anything. Because of course if these things were not permanent, but they're like time limited, then a lot of us would not be able to do it right away and potentially miss out on the rewards. But they are permanent as of right now at least, so that's pretty good. And now let's go back to the dev post because there are also some nice interesting things here as well still to talk about. about. Point 5, basically be able to use the avatar profile picture of the character you pulled. Cool. 6, the battle menu interface on mobile devices will allow you to customize certain UI buttons within a preset plan. This is very nice, actually. You can change your UI. I wish this was also available for PC/console, because then we would be also able to change the UI a bit if you want to have like some elements somewhere else on the screen. But okay, we'll take this. Hopefully they'll do it for mobile/console at some point as well. They also have talked about optimizations that are expected to be implemented in version 1.2. The first point, for completed story commission exploration commissions that are not uncollected, you'll be having a fairy assistant feature that will receive all of these uncollected commission rewards after a set period of time. Personally, I'm not even sure how you would not collect these rewards to begin with, but whatever, cool. Second point, while exploring monitor array, the automatic accelerated playback will be enabled and will not be interrupted by other events. Additionally, the animation playback speed for some events will be increased, providing a smoother gaming experience. Honestly, I don't even know what's the monitor array. Maybe some TV screen or something, I don't know. Do let me know in the comments what this actually is, because I'm not sure myself. Point 3, a preset lineup feature will be added. This is very nice, because right now trying to switch characters, or even with the quick change button or whatever it's called, it's still quite cumbersome to change things around when we're doing sheer defense. Especially the lineup controls before sheer defense were very annoying, and they also will optimize that, so that's pretty cool. 4 point, the entrance location for agent training will be adjusted. Right now it's in our store, video store that is. I don't know where they're gonna put it now. Repeated combat stages will be added. Interesting. I do like a lot that we have this training system where we can test things out to begin with. Point 5, after reaching a certain internet level, we'll get the feature that's gonna allow you to change us freely time whenever we want, because right now it's so annoying when you have a mission that you have to do by midnight or in the morning, and then you have to do that chapter interlude 2 mission that takes like what, 10-15 seconds to try to force to change the time like that. I wish this feature was already implemented in 1.1, let alone in the live version of the game. I'm surprised they didn't take this input from the beta to begin with, because it was a very annoying design, but at least they're gonna change it. I don't know why it's gonna take them that long, but hey, at least we're getting it. Point 6, based on our feedback, they also have optimized the background brightness in some commissions. I mean, for me the game is not that bright. It's pretty nice. It's not that white loading screen of Genshin at least, so good for me. I also do have some concerns with these dev notes, especially on this page. We'll get to that very shortly. Optimization expected to be implemented in later versions, so that means that this is not for 1.2, but later down the line, maybe 1.3 and forward. Currently, you can only control Vice or Bell in the city instead of other agents you have obtained. They will announce at a later time about their current progress and future plans. It seems like they plan to make the characters we pulled usable in the city hub areas, that we can be as them and move around, which is pretty nice. But definitely they would have to add new animations for walking and running, for that stuff, I guess. And here is the concerning second point that I would like to address. We'll be continuously improving the models for some agents to provide proxies with an improved visual experience. This line actually concerns me a lot, because this could be actual censorship. This potentially means that we might get some characters in the future censored, like we got in Genshin with certain characters as well, like Mona, Ember, Jean, and so on. So something like this could be happening in Zenless Zone Zero, but do know that Zenless Zone Zero is plus 16 in Chinese ratings there. For us in the West, it's still plus 12, but in China, compared to Genshin Star Rail, this game is plus 16, not plus 12. So perhaps this is not gonna be censorship, but you never know. It's still a very high concern that we should all have, that it might happen. Of course, this could also just mean that improving the models for, you know, some shading or something else, not the exact design of the character, and I hope that's the case. And third point, they will also continue to optimize the interface interaction experience and combat interface UI. This is actually very good they're addressing, because the UI, even for the TV screen, like how you move around and interact with things, is so slow. It takes so much time. And also the combat interface, personally, I'm okay with it, but I do understand some people don't like this interface. Personally, I wish they just gave us the option to shift or manually change the interface for ourselves like they seem to be doing for mobile. But nevertheless, whatever optimization is gonna end up being, if it's better than what we have now, that's great. They also do say this is just a part of their optimization plans. They definitely plan to have more different things. As we get this information out on the internet, I'll definitely talk about it and cover that stuff. Personally, I'm very excited with this game because they're going in a very good direction where the game is primarily seems to be focused on combat. Getting combat expansions features already the next patch is a very good, promising sign. Of course, it can also be a double-edged sword, like for example what you have in Star Rail with 3 different endgame modes, which requires more investment in your account to have different teams, roles of characters to be able to max star all of those endgame contents. Personally, I do like if we get more different endgame content modes, but I hope it doesn't end up like Star Rail where it's on a 2-week rotation where technically you're getting the same amount of rewards every 2 weeks, but it just rotates to a different mode. I hope it's like a weekly thing or something like that. I don't know. We shall see whatever happens. It's gonna be definitely nice because in this game they're definitely focusing on combat first and foremost. So yeah, I guess this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did because I'm very excited for these changes and all the features they're about to implement. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I wish you a wonderful day and see you in the next video.